Hey guys, Aaron Shumake with Clear Creek RVs. Today we've got something really cool that we're going to be doing, something that I've been wanting to do a long time, and this is really for the customers. Where do we stand on insulation? How does it factor into something that you're going to be using all the time and affect you, your family, and your loved ones? Insulation, it is a big deal. A lot of manufacturers don't care, and there are a few that do really care. Today we're going to showcase that and show you the difference in temperature and how it's going to affect your life. Today we're inside of this camper with no electricity, no AC, nothing on, so it's very hot. And outside I meant to show you this because I have my weather app pulled up. 96 in Abilene, and it feels like 102. What I've got is a temp gun here, and I'm going to showcase every single camper. Right now we're in a Forest River Viking, very poor insulation. We call it camp only insulation because they don't really actually disclose their insulation. So we're sitting at 117. That's on the sidewall. I'll do it again so you can see it in action. 118 there. Some other things that you definitely want to know are, what's the ceiling? 119. I've actually got a couple shots here where it was 120. Generally roundabout, you're looking at 117 to 120. That's hot. So generally your AC does one thing. It returns the air that's hot in here, and then it exchanges it for colder air and pushes it out through the camper. It doesn't do anything with outside air. The only thing it does outside is take some of that condensation and run it off your gutter rail. So now that you have a general overview of how ACs work, let's get out of this hot camper and go shoot a few more. Okay, now join me on this unit that is much bigger. That other one that we were looking at is about 17 foot. This one's close to 30 foot. Got a single entry. Come on inside and shoot it with me. You can see the temperature of this unit. That's on hold right there. That's 122 is what I'm picking up. I'll shoot another window and see kind of what we get. 115. So hot. Camper number 3, this Coachman Catalina right here. It is equipped with fiberglass, and this is generally lay-on, glue-on fiberglass with a wood studded camper and 2 ACs. So here we go. I'll tell you, it's not refreshing. There you go, 116, 112, 115. So let's get out of this camper before my phone overheats. Next one we're going in, it's our 4th camper, is this Gray Wolf. It's about 34 less feet long. Let's go inside and check the temp. Now we're doing this kind of just freestyle. I know that the temp is going to be higher than the Transcend brand that we carry that is a 4 Seasons camper, or the Grand Design Imagine, but we are freestyling this whole video just for comparison's sake so that you can see, and then we can come to a conclusion on what you think you should be camping with or full-timing it with. Let's go inside. 113 there. 116. I keep kind of hitting the same side. This trailer is facing a different direction than the others. It's butted up against the others that we've been shooting, so I'm gonna shoot right here. There you go, 117. That's the actual side of the camper that we've been shooting. It is hot in here, as I feel like I'm getting out of breath as I'm talking. Being 117 inside of a camper. It's almost sauna level, but not quite there. Let's head outside. All right, guys, now we're at a Grand Design Transcend 1. This is the smallest one, but it's still a 4 Seasons camper with a sealed underbelly and great insulation for 4 Seasons camping. We're again freestyling this, so let's go inside and let's just get a temperature check. So you got a good 107 there, 106.9. Again, this is no electricity. We're far from power out here on the lot. The first thing you notice though is a massive temperature change in climate. Without shooting temperature, you just feel it in your body. 117 is a massive difference from 106 or 107. Now imagine this, imagine your camper is working against 117 or 120 versus 106. Which one do you think is going to get to a more friendly environment and climate inside of your camper faster? The way that campers work in the RV industry, and I'm a certified RV tech myself, they say your AC is working if against ambient temperatures it is 20 degrees below. So the air that comes out of this pusher right here is 20 degrees or below. So if it's 96 outside, they say that your camper's good at 76. Grand Design goes far beyond that by putting 4 Season insulation into their campers. And starting off, you're gonna be hitting, I got 105 here. Inside that camper, that's way better than 117. Let's go in the next and we'll find out. Now we're going in another 4 Seasons camper. Let's just freestyle it and see what we get. Now this camper is facing the west. Let's get a reading and see what we got. 108, 105, and 104. More than a 10-degree difference is all we're saying. Let's move on to the next camper before these phones overheat out in this West Texas heat. First one, we're back here. This thing's been plugged into power since yesterday. ACs have been running full blast on automatic. Let's go inside and check out these sidewalls and insulation. Moment of truth here, 92. We're facing south this way, so it's a little bit hard to do the east-west thing that we were doing on the last one, but I can show you in real life, in real time. 91.6. right there. So it doesn't get any more real than that. You've got some, the best we can get, 85.5. All I want to show you guys and all I want to compare realistically is in real life when you take your family camping, or this is really a luxury full-time camper, your sidewall. 85 degrees. Can you live with that? Because the inside temperature might feel okay in here if you keep the door closed all day, but that's not real life. Because you go in and out, and you want to open a blind, or 2 or 3. You want to be able to see out. Folks will advertise big windows, big scenery. You know, you go to see the great outdoors. But if you always have your blind closed, then what's the point? So the big thing is this one is capable with the 3 ACs. And it's a massive unit, but it's had plenty of time to cool down. And I've field tested this one in particular. Actually, it's never gotten below 72 inside. That's a problem I see because you go in and out a few times, you're done for. You're back in the 76, 78. If you come home, bring a grocery haul home or something like that, or you're in and out getting ready to go hiking, something like that, forget it. These things are supposed to be full-time luxury. I think you'll be surprised at what we see in the Solitude coming up next. That one's only been plugged in for 3 hours, and this one's been plugged in overnight. As a matter of fact, it's been plugged in for a few days. All right, our last and final camper, and this is the big climax of the whole video. This is a Grand Design Solitude with triple AC on it. Let's go measure the sidewall. This is facing the exact same direction for your orientation as that Riverstone was. Let's go inside and see. And here we go. Moment of truth, 77. Let's get it another time. That is huge. So a 15 degrees difference, and I can hit any side that you want me to. 74, feels like a house in here. It truly does, because that's why I say with Grand Design Solitude, or any Grand Design product in general, you set your thermostat, which is automatic, and you forget it. Because of the fact that when you're plugged in, that's one less thing you have to worry about. It's one less thing that you have to have a headache about. This thing cools down quick, and it stays there because the insulation is what is keeping that barrier from the outside temperature inside. So if you think of this in reverse, it's a lot easier to do in the cold climate because you're not fighting the heat coming through the windows. But that is pretty dang good. Doesn't matter where I shoot. If I shoot an interior wall, that's gonna be in the 60s. So big difference in insulation. Know your insulation. If you don't, come see me at Clear Creek RVs because I'll give you the rundown. We can plug any 2 campers you want in side by side. We'll talk about them all day because I certainly can. When it comes to making a purchase, whether for yourself, a lot of these guys out in Abilene right now are purchasing for them and a buddy or them and their family. I tell these guys often, if you leave for work all day and your family's back home with the kids, the last thing you want to have to deal with is your wife complaining about the lack of AC, because she's going to think it's a lack of AC. No, brother, it's a lack of insulation. These are serious things to factor in. My name's Aaron Shumake with Clear Creek RVs. Thanks for joining me today on this one-of-a-kind walkthrough of insulation.